Hey everybody, welcome to another Forbidden Psalm Regicide adventure. The Graven Tosk Five have once again fled ahead of the undead horde of the Forgotten King, this time encountering a small hamlet. And not satisfied with robbing the dead or pillaging bandits, they've turned on villagers. I mean, we weren't infamous yet. We haven't done any cannibalism or eating zombie parts, but it's looking like these homes might have some food in them, so we're going to knock on the door and see if anybody comes out and gives us something. And maybe take it by force if possible. So, once again, proving that we are a band of cutthroats and never-do-wells, we are going to be going on an adventure. So share the table, share the mission, and get this underway. So here's the Graven Tosk Five ready to descend into this little hamlet and make friends with the locals. 5 little villagers just hanging out, minding their own business. As the undead horde approaches. I mean, they were gonna die anyway, right? That seems likely. Current state of the warband or the childlike has increased his presence to 3, although he found no ammunition. He only has 2 shots left in his rifle, or 1 shot left in his rifle. And Butters the Muscle keeps dropping his weapon, is now strength 4. Mousling the Deranged, even though her cloak of griffin hide is still incredibly stinky, is still wearing full plate armor, so she's a bit slower, but highly durable and did all the heavy lifting last game, killing orcs. Has a real vendetta against orcs as we raided the bandit camp. And then Godless the Meat Failure finally figured out how to use his crossbow, which is exciting, and still has some ammo left in it too, so he can do the covering fire that Aura's not going to be able to actually provide. Nazala the Wren, my mage, almost caused the end of the world by mispronouncing his spellbook last game and totally forgot his ability to heal. So we have no clean scroll. We only have bad ones now. We can make these villagers count as undead if we want. We're not going to, but he's effectively useless for now. He's just going to pick things up. This next chapter of the mission's predatory behavior is going to include a couple new special rules. The first one's while you manage to keep some distance between the horde and your mortal flesh, pressing questions need quick answers. Food's becoming scarce, and none of those thriving villages in your path will survive the Forgotten King's army anyway. It may be more merciful and useful to get what you can from them before things go to waste. So, a couple new rules. Defenses. Maybe a low wall or a barricade. It's at least 5 inches long and 1 inch wide. It can be climbed over by paying a 2-inch penalty to your movement, and any model attacking through a defense or after moving over one suffers -2 to the attack roll unless they started within 1 inch of it. Defenses don't count as place terrain when you set the table. They're usually done by scenario. Then rally point can be a statue or a flag. Every time a warband model fails its morale test, it moves towards the closest rally point instead of a table edge. If the model reaches the rally point, they automatically pass the next presence has to rally and can act normally. Rally points don't count as place terrain either. So, like a bonfire, a flag, something where you might feel better and then get your courage back. And 5 is raid. We already lost too many, and they already refused to help us, but the village is small and unprotected. I don't think we'll meet much resistance from them. They will suffer the same fate anyway, be it by the horde's hands or ours. If things go as planned, at least we'll make it quick. We've made the ultimate decision to sacrifice the locals. In the dying world, there's no peace for the meek or the poor. Set up in Dredger, players take turns placing a total of 3 houses. You can see them here. Outside the player's deployment zones and at least 3 inches from each other. When placing a house, place a peasant within 2 inches of it. A model that's in contact with a house and has no peasants within 6 can search it for treasure. Each house can be successfully searched only once. So they all count as big treasure chests, basically. If you roll fumble, though, lose D4 hit points, ignore your armor, and deploy another peasant directly engaged in close combat, because you basically rouse the locals. The player with the greater combined total of successfully looted houses and damned enemy warband models gains 2 additional meals and rolls once in the treasure table. In solo play, the game starts with 5 peasants deployed, with at least 1 on each house. You gain victory points only if you manage to kill all the peasants and successfully loot 2 houses. And regardless of the outcome, no villagers will join us. Within 6 of an edge, and then the monsters come in left and right sides. Threats on round 2. The village loon comes to town. Place a prophet of doom in the middle of a random monster spawn. His prophecies may become true soon enough. On round 3, place D4 zombies, a dead rider, and a skeletal musician anywhere on the opposite monster spawn from the prophet. Lasts a full 6 turns. Just like previous missions, the dead rider, if he charges, he moves 2d8 instead of 1. So we're using Kasagi Night Guard for this, because they're basically guys with lances. They move faster, obviously, than their shorter-legged friends, so 2d8 instead of 2d6. The skeletons move d6, so does the Prophet of Doom. The Night Guard, the Dead Rider, basically when he moves before he fights, counts as charging. His damage is d8 instead of d6. All the skeletons are 1 armor, the Dead Rider's 2. and they have D6 damage and are basically just skeletons. I'm gonna get 4. I will have one with a bow who could shoot though. They got 6 hit points, 7 morale, and armor 1. The musician has a drum of sorrow. He's just got his helmet off there. When calculating move distance, all horde models activated within 7 inches of a musician roll an additional dice and discard the lowest. Stats otherwise. Prophet of Doom is pretty crazy. He's got a cat of 9 tails for 2d4 damage, no armor, no morale because he never breaks, and he's 7 hit points. If he's harvested, you gain infamy because he's still human, and then he's a lunatic. The Prophet of Doom's loyalty and perception of reality are pretty flimsy. Roll a d6 to see what he does. He'll have different abilities each turn. Peasants, they're 6 hit points, morale 6, have a d4 damage weapon, no armor, worthless but human. If I harvest them, gain infamy. An easy prey. Peasants killed during this scenario don't grant XP, so these 5 guys won't give us any extra experience. Set up, I'll be honest, I legitimately feel bad about this. We're about to kill it. It's like, what am I doing with my life? I'm playing a miniature game where my absolute, like dickbag warband is about to go and murder a bunch of people in a village. Oh man, I'm questioning all my choices about Forbidden Psalm. It's about to get darker than I want it to be. So here we go, turn 1. Let's let the massacre begin. You got 1 shot left. You might as well take it. We're gonna try and plug this poor villager. And we have a DR12 shot. We're perception 3, so it's a 9 or better for Aura to just murder a villager. Does with a 12. It's D10 damage, 6 hit points, no armor. That's a 7. Just runs out of ammo but kills this villager. No XP, so they just go to one side. We'll go in with the big fella, the big lad. Butter's the muscle. He's agility 0, so he's gonna move a 5 inch. Not quite getting to range, and then just move again into this villager. Go club him. We'll take another shot with Godless. He's got 4 shots remaining, so he is presence +2. Do I want to do that yet? No, I don't actually. I need to go with Mouseling. She only walks... She's doing only +1 right now because she's in full plate armor, so she walks 6. She's gonna walk 6 and then walk again. Do I want to? I'll just go kill this guy, actually. Yeah, we'll go kill this guy. We'll walk over here and we'll hit with the sword. 4 of their bastard swords. She's on an 8. Yeah, she cranks that guy, and then it's D10 damage. That's 6. So this one's also dead. Kill another peasant. Now we can go with him. He's gonna take a shot into this peasant in the open. Presence +2, he's far enough away the smell isn't going to make him distracted again. So he'll hit on a 10 with his crossbow. 6 will miss. Shots right on the crossbow. And then we'll just walk up and search this building with Nazala, because he can't do anything else. He forgot how to heal. 10 will do it with his presence. Treasure table, we got a 14. Random clean scroll. Oh my god, can we just actually get back our healing scroll? That'd be amazing. So it's 2d4, so purple will be high. That's going to be 34. What did we find? 34... Immortalium Inventione? Model of your choice cannot be killed in this scenario, no matter what. They can still be downed. On a failure, the spellcaster becomes marked for death. If downed at any point in the scenario, they're immediately killed. Now trade my life for somebody else. That's amazing. Puzzling, you just got a new pair of boots that cause you to never die. Turn 1. So turn 1, we're on to turn 2, or sorry, monster phase rather, for turn 1. This little fella's gonna attack, try and hit with his D4 damage fists into Butters. Does indeed. D4 damage. Butters is wearing medium armor for armor 2. 4 takes 2. He's 11, goes to 9 remaining. He gets to hit back though. Strength +4. So overall +1, so 11 or better now to hit. Misses. This peasant goes 10, goes flying in and tries to fight. On a 12, hits. Again, D4 damage. Oh, Butters, what are you doing? 2. Armor absorbs it all. The last one I think is closer, still to Butters actually, not Mosling. 6 is more than enough. Gets in. They all crowd into him, try and stab on a 12. Hits, D4 damage again. Come on, Butters. You picked a fight with everybody. 1, goes to nothing. Fights back on an 11, +4, -6. No, he misses again. Moon arrives, saying they're coming. So 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 1 to 3, middle of the area. Screaming that the end is near. 5 during the monster phase. It's back to our turn, so I can't attack him yet. Top of 2. Let's go make some murders. Mouseling, you know what to do. She's gonna walk over. She's gonna hit him with a sword. She does indeed with a 17. It's D10 damage. I gotta save my rerolls here. 8. This kills another one. She's very comfortable with murder. We'll go with Butters. He's gonna attack this one. Again, hitting on a 12. No, that's a miss. Do I use my reroll yet? No. Back. And they miss as well. Guess we walk in with the boss. Aura's gonna come in, the childlike, moving 7. He'll strike with his just short sword. With +2 agility, that's a 12. That'll hit. D6 damage. 2. It's got 4 left. And it'll strike back on a 15 because it's +3 to hit. 18's going to do it. D4 damage. He's armor 2 because he's got medium armor on. Takes nothing. It's a 1. Oh, well, Nazal, I don't think you're going to be able to search this yet. So I think you just walk over here and cast your cool new spell. Clean Scroll. So Nazal is going to cast it. Presence +2. Needs a 10. Gets it off. So he's now marked for death. But Mousling's immortal. She just gets downed and can't die. The baddies are going to come on this side, so I think we just relocate, moving 3 and then 3 with Godless. He just wants to get somewhere safe. In the middle, you can see both sides. It's your phase of 2. All right, and the one's engaged first. This one's going to attack. I think the lowest hit points is actually going to be Aura, so he'll attack the one that's most vulnerable. On a 12, miss. And then attacking back with Aura, he'll need a 13. +2, -3. Nope, misses, but doesn't drop his sword at least. We'll attack Butters on a 12 and miss. Butters will attack back. +4, -3, so an 11. Oh, it was almost a 19. He misses. Prophet of Doom. Oh, sorry. D6 to see what he does. 5. Mortification of the Flesh. When dealing damage, the Prophet may reroll. Makes 1 reroll on each dice, showing a 1. Keep the next roll. Move 2d6. Goes 3. Just creeps. Round 3. The bad guys that we can actually earn experience off of will show up next turn. Prophet actually can have experience earned off of them. I guess we start with Butters. Hit him, Butters. Hit the uninjured one on a 12. Goes to 8. Misses with a 6. Back on a 15. That peasant hits him with a 17. D4 damage. Just 1. Armor absorbs it, so no damage. Aura's going to attack the injured one on an 8. He needed a 10, so he'll miss. It'll fight back. And hit with miss with a 12, actually. Mousie's just going to walk into both of these guys. She's going to attack the injured one. It's an 8 as well, strength +4. Hits with a 12 and does D10 damage. Her murder spree continues. 1 shot, 1 kill. We'll go with you, Godless. You're just going to take a shot at the Prophet of Doom and cover. It's +2. It's DR 12 goes to 14, 15 for the cover, back down to a 13 for your presence. Cranks it with a 17. D6 damage with a crossbow. Does 6. Oh my god. Oh, he's only got 1 left. Oh, he's mad though. 3 shots left in that crossbow. And that's everybody except for Nazala. I don't think we can search this house again yet. So he'll just move over to here. He's not marked for death yet though, I should mention, because he didn't actually fail to cast a spell. It's only if he fails. Alright, Prophet will go second actually. This peasant will go first, attacking the lowest hit points, which again will be Mousling. Misses with a 10. Mousling strikes back on a +4, -1, so misses. Prophet of Doom, he is a 3 this turn, which means he has normal monster behavior. So just a 2d6 roll, heading towards the closest thing you can see. 7 inches. Doesn't quite make it to our boy Godless, but almost. 20 skeletons arrive. So the skeletons, 3 of them. So exactly what I needed. So the musician first, and for my monster deployment on the other, it's the opposite edge from the Prophet of Doom. I'll do evens are north, odds are south. So evens, he's going to be 2 inches up here. 3 skeletons will be 5, 10, 11. So same spot here, and then 5 inches down, and then 11, so down here. Rider, because the skeletons are arriving, going to be 8, so within 4 inches. Up top. First one can definitely see Aura, and he'll walk up 6. The next one can definitely see Godless. He's going to go 11. I think he might actually make it. 8 and 3, yeah. Oh yeah, he'll make it into combat. So he's going to strike. 12, misses, or Godless can strike back. He has strength +1 now, because he got his injury healed. So he's -3 +1, so he needs a 13. Misses just with a 12. The big dead rider, clip-clopping, he's going to go 5 towards Nazala. Ends up over here, just in the wind. First skeleton will go 7. Can definitely see nobody, so they're going to go towards the middle of the table. So just end up next to the dead rider. And then the other one, moving, the musician moves 3, just heads towards the middle of the table. Rolls an extra dice. 4, he's going to go 8. He would have gone 3 and 4, so 4 and 4. He rolls an extra dice, so his 1 becomes a 6. He adds 5 inches of movement, so he's actually going to make it to Nazala, because he went 11. Sorry. Which means he attacks on 12 hits for D8 damage into Nazala. That's not good. 2 1, so it goes to 1. He's only got 7 hit points, though. It's down to 6. This guy, his 1 turns into a 6, so he actually went, instead of 3, he went 8. It's another 6 inches. Because the drummer makes everybody faster. Round 4, we need to clear this out because we have to search at least one more house. Just kill 1 peasant to do it. All right, Butters, slay the peasant. On a 12. He drops his weapon again. I can't make this stuff up. He literally, sometimes a miniature just does exactly the same thing over and over again. Today it's Butters. Well, this campaign it's Butters. He's just gonna drop his Morningstar. Well, I guess we go with Aura. He'll move in and try and slay that guy. Miss. We go with, I mean, we have a staff. It's not great. It does D4 damage. We can hit the Dead Rider with it. Nazal's gonna try and hit the Dead Rider. He does the 17. D4 damage. It's armor 2 though, unfortunately, so it's not hard, not easy to kill. 3 does 1 point. 7 hit points go down to 6. Get him Godless at +1. You need an 11 with your hand axe. Nope. On a 15. Nope. I really wanted you to not be the one to have to do this, but you're gonna have to swing. So Mausling on a 8. Just hits. Almost got the 20. D10 damage. Do we just max damage this so we can search next turn? Yes. Do 10 damage to this kid and just murder. She's killed every peasant in this village, just by herself. She's a monster. And then it's monster activation. So starting with the ones in melee, we'll go over here. This skeleton's going to attack Godless on a 12. Drops his weapon. It's convenient. He's unarmed now, so only 1 damage. Godless fights back on a 13. Hits. And does D8 damage with his hand axe. 5. -1 is 4. So that skeleton has 2 left. Prophet of Doom, what does he do this turn? 4. He's mad. He's riled up. Normal monster behavior. So he's going to go 2d6. Enough to get into Godless. And then swing on a 12. Miss. Godless can swing back. Even though he's outnumbered. And miss as well. Next skeleton. It's going to go 6. He's not close enough to the drummer to speed up, but that'll definitely get him into Godless. 2 of them teaming up on the dwarf. On a 12. Misses. Godless hitting back on a 13. Nope. The Dead Rider attacking Nazala on a 12. No. Nazala hitting back with his staff on a 15. He hits. D4 damage again against armor 2. Nothing. The Musician definitely makes it in Nazala. Get within 1. He gets to roll extra dice actually. Still makes it. And then fights on 12. Misses. Nazala fighting back on a 15. This one, this is the extra dice system, I'll remember. It still goes 9 no matter what I do here. And crowds into the old man. Comes to slay. Hits. Uh-oh. D6 damage. Armor 1. 1 damage. So Nazala goes down to 5. We may be short-lived with this scroll. Well, we killed all the villagers. Time to steal their meals, I guess. Turns left. And we need to kill some monsters for some experience. Who's got the best presence? That's going to be the boss. So he'll be able to search for sure. So I think we start off with Mausling. And she goes to do her terrible business. No, we'll start with Butters. He'll pick this up. And he'll just go walk into melee. He's armed again and someone might attack him. Then we'll go with Mausling. She's going to dive into the pile. Swing into this skeleton. On an 8. Hits. Use her max damage, so it's just going to be a d10. 5 damage. Not enough. She'll use the reroll and kill. Even with the -1, that's still 6 points. Go down here. We're going to take a swing into the Prophet of Doom. And hit with a 16. It's d8 damage. Cruelly only have 1 hit point left, so might as well just kill him. And I think Aura's just going to go stand over next to this doorway. And search. It's +3. It's a treasure search. 14 will do it. And then D20 on the treasure table, 15. Random unclean scroll. No, I don't want that. I want meals. I'm going to reroll with greed. 13. A set of random armor. 10 for armor. What do we find? 7? 7 is an improvised armor. It's free and worthless. That 4 again. I need that. I want to find more full plate. Nazala is just going to fall back. Nah, we'll swing on the Dead Rider. We only do D4 damage though. It's armor 2. We'll swing. Now we'll fall back. Yeah, we'll fall back to here. And see if we get away. 12 for the skeletons try and stop. So the skeleton, no. The Dead Rider, Yes, actually, so he doesn't move. He just stays. Humble though, so no like melee attack. All right, it looks like it's melee time. So the unarmed skeleton misses. The armed skeleton hits for d6 damage. That's 2. He's wearing armor, no armor. Okay, I forgot he can't wear armor. He's allergic to metal. So his 10 hit points go down to 8. He's back though. Strength +1, so a 14 to hit. Overall, nope, misses with his hand axe. The skeleton is going to, they're both going to attack Nazal actually, because he's the weakest. So on a 12, misses. Nazal fights back on a 15. Nope. And then the dead rider on a 12. Yes. D6 damage, because he's not charging. 1. He's armor 1, so nothing. And then Nazal fights back on a 15. Nah, he misses. Final turn of the game. Turn 6. In with the big boy. He's going to slam into the dead rider. It's 4, so he needs an 8. Don't drop your weapon twice in one game, like you did before. No, he hits. And then it's D8 for his Morningstar. Cool, though, so it's always 1. 5. -2 is 3, so he'll get 3 hit points left. How's he going to go? Attack that skeleton. Hit on a 8 as well. Misses. Back on a 15. Nope, misses 2. The dead rider attacking the big boy hits. D6 damage into the ogre, -2, so down to 1. Down to 8 hit points remaining. And Aura's just going to go search this building at +3. Do we get it? We sure do. For a treasure search, and then D20 to see what we find. Give me something low. 14 again. A random clean scroll, so 2D4. Another cool power. It's going to be 34. 43. Dance Macabre. Makes a presence test. On a failure, the model cannot move for the rest of the scenario and must instead dance on the spot. They can take other actions when casting. Fumbles cause the caster to dance instead. As an action, dancing models can repeat the presence test. On a success, they end. Purple was high last time. Godless is going to hand axe this guy. Hit him! Oh, double damage just explodes him. Damage, right? They only had 2 hit points left. And that looks like all of my models having activated. So the dead rider attacking Nazal. Oh no, actually Nazal isn't gone. He'll attack. And hit. D4 damage. He can't kill him, but he can do some damage. 4 does 2, down to 1. And so it's turn 6 monster phase. We'll start with this skeleton in combat. Attacking Godless. Hits with a 16. D6 damage. Doesn't even wear armor. Well, it takes him to 2. But he's mad now. He hits back. With an 8. He'll miss. The Nazal getting attacked again by the dead rider. On a 12. Misses. Hits back on a 15. No, skeleton doing the same because he's the lowest hit points. 20. No! He's armor 1 though. That's still 5 damage. That takes him out of action. Make a death save at the end. I'll use my omen just to have him pass automatically. But he's going to get a flaw. Oh, we lost Nazala. All right, what's going to happen to him? We did succeed, which means we gain 2 additional meals and roll once in the treasure table on top of our normal roll. So 1 more roll on the treasure table. It's a 12. Random weapon on the weapon table. So let's see what we found. That's a D100 roll for a random weapon. 25. 25 is a hand axe. Back to you. In case you drop your Morningstar again, and we'll say that this thing's a hand axe. I mean, it's the size of one. Our D4 plus 6, 8 extra gold puts us at 26. And now we've got 4 extra meals, so we have 6 meals total. Rolling our injury D8 for Nazal. What happens to him? 2? Saddened. -1 presence. He's worse at casting. 1 foot in the grave, which means if I hadn't used my omen, or if I'd already used it, he would have died automatically because he automatically fails his death save because he's so old and decrepit. Right, rolling the random events table, 2d8. See what is happening in the world of Morkborg. 48. Contemplating the bleak dying world, a disfigured monk is meditating nearby. You can recruit him by offering 1 gold. I will. Disfigured monk, 1 hit point, no morale, no weapons, no armor. Meditation. The disfigured monk can't move or attack. If attacked in close combat, it automatically hit and dies. The warband gains D4 XP if they survive the scenario. Last meal, because I have to feed a useless mouth. To feed him until next game, though. So the disfigured monk has joined us. So I got with very little money earned. There's not a lot of point in us going scavenging for equipment. We don't really have the ability to buy anything. We can, however, next game afterwards, finish off feeding our monk. We have an extra meal as long as we can find enough to feed ourselves. And we'll get D4 experience if they survive. So even if they like die or don't die at the end, we get the D4 experience and then we just don't feed them and have them wander away. It'll be worth it because you don't have to feed them in the first game. We earn enough experience killing the dead rider, the musician, and 2 skeletons as well as the Prophet of Doom to level up a single model. We increase the agility on Aura to +3, so he's a bit better at stabbing with a short sword. in the meantime until he finds some ammunition to buy, because I did roll the D4 and didn't get any ammo. So we'll be back with another adventure shortly. We've officially crossed into the territory of being terrible people. I think at this point, we haven't eaten any human bodies, so we're technically not infamous, but we're definitely not the good guys in this story. The Graven Tosk Five will be back for more Regicide in the future. Until then, I'm Ash. Happy gaming. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.